Hey guys, what's up? It's MrCrayfish and welcome back to my redstone tutorials. In this tutorial today, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build a Wi-Fi fire pit. Now, there's no mods in this, I can assure you that. So if we go ahead and we press this button here, as you can see, it's just floating in the air. This is our little Wi-Fi transmitter here. We press that button and the fire here will turn on. Then when we press it again, the fire will turn off. How cool is that? Before we start, I just want to remind you guys of the Redstone Hub. It's where you can find all my redstone tutorials. The good thing about it is you're able to sort all my tutorials by either their category or difficulty. Now while you're watching the tutorial, you can find a list of the materials below. Clicking on them will actually take you to the wiki page. Now if you want to check it out, I'll put a card up on the screen right now, or you can go ahead and download the brand new app. Now I'm going to show you guys how you can build this. So the materials that you are going to need is 7 redstone dust, 4 redstone torches, 3 redstone repeaters, 1 redstone comparator, 3 droppers, 2 dispensers, 7 hoppers, 4 sticky pistons, 1 stone button, 2 netherrack, 8 carpet of your choice, I've just gotten red, 4 iron bars, and 64 blocks of your choice. So the first thing that we are going to do is place down our netherrack, and this is going to allow you to position it a lot easier. So we're going to dig a hole in the ground here, place one netherrack there and then the other one to the right. Now we actually need to dig out a hole, so this is going to be a 5 wide by 6 long by 3 deep hole, and where we actually want to start is we'll stand on top of this left piece of netherrack here, go back 2 blocks and then go to the left 2 blocks, and this is where we want to start right here. So I'm going to get out a spade, and then we need to dig 5 blocks to the right here. So we've already done 1, so this is 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then we need to go forward 6 blocks. Now it's already been 1, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that auto jump is annoying. Then we're going to dig to the left here till we get back in line with the start, and then just dig back to the start here, and dig out the blocks in the center. And then we just simply need to dig this down 2 more layers. So it's already 1, so once we dig it down 2 more layers, that will equal a 3 deep hole. Now you want to come to the front left of your hole here, and what you want to do is dig out the block in the ground there, place a redstone torch on top. We're then going to leave a space, get our block of choice out, leave a space, place our block of choice right there, and then get a sticky piston, place it on top of this block here facing downwards. We're going to get another block of our choice here, come to the right of this block here, place a block down, then we're going to get our redstone, place it on top of this block here, 1 to the right, then we're going to place our redstone repeater here facing towards the right, put that on a 2 tick delay, so right click it once, lead that into a block. On this back face, we're going to get our redstone torch here, place it there, then we're going to place redstone here, and then redstone there, and it should start basically flashing. In front or behind this block here, we're going to place a redstone repeater. Then we're going to lead that into a dropper which is facing upwards. We're then going to place a dropper behind it which is facing into it, so you come behind this one and then place it like that, and now that should be facing into there. Then we're going to place a dropper on top of this one here facing forward, so crouch then right click. So the faces of this should be going into there and then upwards and then out like that. We're going to get one of our hoppers and then place it on top of this dropper here, so jump and hold crouch and then right click. Coming out on the right side of this dropper here, we're going to get our comparator, place it like that, we're going to lead that into a block. On top of that, we're going to put a piece of redstone dust, and then on the right side of the block here, on the right of the redstone, place a block. We're then going to place a block under these netherrack here, leaving a space in between, and then we're going to get our dispensers here and actually place them under the netherrack here, facing upwards. So we place it like that, and then the other one under there like that, facing upwards into it. On the end of this block here, we're going to place a redstone torch, and then under it, place a piece of redstone dust. Dig out this block behind the redstone, and we're going to place a sticky piston facing upwards. It should turn on straight away. Put a block on top of that, and it has to be a full block, like a wood block or a stone block. It can't be anything that's transparent. To the left of the piston here, we're going to place a redstone repeater facing towards the left and put that onto a 2-tick delay. Lead that into a block, and then on this back side here, redstone torch, block on top of that, redstone on top of this block, and then again we're going to place a block to the right of the redstone here. Come up on top of the netherrack and then place your sticky piston in front of this block here, and then one to the left, and it should extend and grab the netherrack. We're then going to get our hoppers here, and then place two in front of the dispensers here, so one there and then one there. So make sure you're crouching when you do that. So 1, 2, and then on these N2 ones, place one on top. We're almost done. What we've got to do now is we just need to place some blocks at the top here so we can place our final blocks here. So we have the carpet, we have the button here. So we need to place one carpet on top of this piston here. We're then going to place a block on top and then put our button on the front face like that. Now you're probably going to want to use some blocks that can't burn here. So I've got some stone here that we're going to use instead so it doesn't burn. So on top of these hoppers here, and then we'll place one on either end, and then on top of those we're going to place our iron bars. Then behind the ends here we're going to place a block, and this is going to be where our fireplace is going to be at. And then finally we're going to put a backing on this as well. And then the next step is just to simply place carpet around the iron bars here. So we're going to place a block there, there, and then put that around like so. Now we're almost done. What we've got to do now is just place one item in this dropper down here. So go to this corner one right there, place one of your blocks of choice in there. Then we need to come back up the top here and then simply just fill our dispensers there with fire charges. So you'll need to get some of them out. So I'm just going to get 32 and put it in each. So if you actually just drop it in these hoppers at the front here we placed, that will actually fill them up. So that is the construction complete. What I'm going to do now is tell you guys how this actually works. So if we actually go ahead and press this button here, you notice that it will turn on, and press it again, and then it will turn off. So let's start with the button here. What this basically is here is quasi connectivity, and basically there's like a bug in the PC version which allows you to power pistons from one block above, but the only way you can do that is by updating them. So we're powering this block here, and just below this carpet is a piston. So if we come down here, we actually push that piston down on top of this redstone torch here. The piston's getting updated by this redstone clock we have set here, going on and off. So when that block comes down, it powers this block, powering this repeater. Here we have a T flip-flop, so when we power it once, it turns something on. When we power it again, it turns it off. So in this example, we're turning it on, and what this does is it powers these dispensers here and shoots a fire charge up into the netherrack. So that means it's turned on. When it turns off, what happens is that this redstone here will be powered when it's on. When it turns off, this redstone here torch will turn on, powering this redstone. Here we have a monostable circuit, so this will send out a quick pulse of redstone signal. This will turn off this redstone torch here, turning that redstone off, and then it will turn it back on, which will then repower these pistons here. So when it turns off, it will pull the netherrack back, turning off the fire. When it turns back on, it will push the netherrack back, and then it will be reset back to its off state here. So press it once, it goes on, press it again, netherrack there retracts and then extends back to its default state, as I just mentioned. So hopefully that explains how it works. So guys, that is going to end off this redstone tutorial today. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you go ahead, hit that thumbs up button. If you have any ideas for redstone tutorials, let me know down in the comments below, and subscribe if you want to keep up to date with all my latest redstone tutorials. And I will see you guys later. Bye!